When you start seeing that you can do this, that fucking job is going to be secondary now. And that's exactly what you want. You want to do everything that beefs up and fortifies what you're doing as an investor. Because as an investor, there is no ceiling. There is no limit that you can say, okay, this is as much as I can earn. Who says that? Who says that you can't do that? Who says that you can't make $10,000 a month? Who says you can't make $10,000 a week? Who the fuck said you can't make $10,000 a trade? Who's saying you can't? The only person that can stop it is you. You. The same person that's saying, I don't like having to go to work, but man, I'm glad I got my job right now. What would I do if I didn't have my job? What the fuck would you do if you didn't have your job and you're earning money from your investments? That's the question you should be asking. Flip it. Instead of saying, what would I do if I lost my job? That's an abusive relationship and you're fucking holding on to it. You need to look at this chart right now. One of these two areas in the day, that's your home. That's where you're going to start. At your next home that you're going to move into. Mentally, psychologically, and you're going to live there. You're not going to give a fuck what the neighbors are doing in the morning session if you're trading in the afternoon. If you're trading in the morning session, you don't give a fuck what your neighbors are doing in the afternoon session. You're picking one. You're going to become a specialist in this, in that specific time of the day. The problem is you want more right now. You're holding yourself to an expectation that you are not realistically going to meet. And then you're wondering why you're depressed and anxious. You're feeling rushed. You're weighing yourself against what you think you should know by now, and that's bullshit. It's only been 1 week. 1 week, and you think you're supposed to quit your job and be able to double your fucking account in a month. That's not practical, man. Or lady. It's not something that you should be aspiring to do right now. Can you do that and eventually over time? Sure you can, absolutely. Let it be a goal that you work towards, but you have to place time and experience and invite the opportunity for that experience to come in and build before you take on those monumental projects and goals for yourself. But the first thing you're trying to learn how to do now is find the setups that repeat. And then once you find that one that repeats, you will learn how to trust it because you see it happening every day. Every day it'll be there. You just can't identify it right now. And that's absolutely normal. That's normal. There's no reason to be anxious about that. But at some point, you may be forced to make changes in your personal life to be able to do this. I did. I had to. I had to work 2 part-time jobs to get the difference between what I was earning at my full-time job. It's a lot. One job was across town. One was real close to my home. One paid next to nothing, but those hours were permissible because of the times I'm trying to trade. And I was trying to do that morning session with the bond market. That's what I was trying to trade. That was the thing that I was working towards. And I had to give up, my job so I could be in front of the chart to do that. It's scary, yes. But I didn't do it blindly. I said, I'm going to do this now because I have all this back testing. I have all this forward testing. I have the data to support the fact that I know I can make $1,000 a week in bonds. And I don't need to trade every single day. I'm looking for that one trade for that 1 week. I'm teaching you how to see this every day. That builds confidence real quick, but not to inspire overconfidence. Not, I'm quitting my fucking job tomorrow, man. I'm ready. You got me all hyped up now. No, I'm aligning your perspective and aligning your thoughts with what it is I'm trying to put you through. So that way the experience itself will be the educator. I'm just the coach. I'm putting you in front of the charts when the setups are going to form. Trusting that your observation skills, which are hopefully menial, if you can read, okay, and if you can observe, you'll see it. It'll be there. It'll jump off the chart. Right now, it probably doesn't jump off the chart. I mean, you can see where I'm annotating the charts in the morning session. You can see where I've annotated in the afternoon. Those annotations were real time. They're not added after the fact. So when I talk about what the charts are likely to do, what the next candles and what series of candles and what it should perform, going higher or lower, don't go lower than this, go here, stop, maybe retrace and consolidate and go up here next or go down here next. All of that is experience. That part comes to you over time. How much time? You're all going to learn that differently. Chances are you're probably just worrying about things and what if thinking. What if I don't get this as soon as I want to? What if, I lose my job now? And I wasn't worried about that. Now fucking ICT's giving me a complex. I'm having a phobia about losing my job now. Good. You should be afraid of losing your job. You absolutely should be afraid of losing your job because you're not essential. You're not. You can be made redundant real quick. So you have to have a way of being able to do what? Because if you lost your job, let's just say it like this. If you lose your job, they fired you. You go in on Monday and they say, hey, look, and you're sacked. You're out of here. Here's your pink slip. Goodbye. What the hell? They don't care. They don't care that you have children. They don't care that you have student debt. They don't care that your mortgage went up because they raised property taxes. They don't give a shit. But what are you forced to do then? Go out there and look for another job. That may require you to do a different work schedule, workload, skills that you aren't really that good at yet, but you got to go through the stress of going through it. Why? Because you got to earn money. Okay, the money that's available in these marketplaces, why is it any different? All you're doing is going through the training process to get your certificate, your degree, your diploma. That's what you're here for this year. Some of you want to walk out and be a fucking surgeon just because you read Grey's Anatomy. That's not practical. You can't do that, folks. And this is really technical. And it's very hard, and you're wrestling with the brightest minds in the entire world. And they're trying to beat you. They're making it almost impossible if you use retail stuff. Because those things, they're distractions. And all I'm asking you to do is really look at this chart and figure out where, and don't use these individual swings to justify either. Think about where you are in your personal life. What changes are you comfortable with making to allow yourself to be in these markets watching it live? 2.5, 3 hours of a day, a couple times a week, that's all you need. Because one good setup per week can replace your entire work week and what you earn. It doesn't feel like that, but it's exactly what it is. And when you can repeat it every week, it compounds. And then because you can do that, your confidence level, your trust in yourself and what you're learning and what you have learned will repeat. Then you're willing to do what an entrepreneur does: expand. Make more changes to allow for this to completely and utterly replace your job. But that doesn't happen right away.